What's up, guys? In this video I want to prove to you that giants still exist. However, they don't exist in Norse's Midgard. However, they exist in other mythologies. They left Norse's Midgard to go to other mythologies. But before we get into it, I just want to say thank you to my YouTube channel members, including my most recent one, Jake Johnson. And thank you to the people who gave me red orbs during my stream. Donating red orbs really helps me upgrade the channel, so thank you guys so much. I stream every single night at 8 p.m. EST, and we're getting bigger every single stream. So come by and interact with other God of War fans just like you. Let's get right into the video. Before I explain how there are giants all over the world, even in Greece, I need to make sure you know how this world works in God of War. This earth is huge. It houses various different pantheons. The ones we know that exist in the world of God of War is the Greek, the Norse, Egyptian, and Mayan mythologies. Most likely there are so much more. Each of these pantheons has their own origin stories the exact same time. When Kratos destroyed Greek, it wasn't the world we saw in that state, it was just the Greek pantheon. Actually, the best way to put it is don't think of them as pantheons or mythologies. Instead, think of them as kingdoms with people with various different powers. These kingdoms are separated by geography, very far from one another, but they all exist on the same plane. Here are the writers, including Cory Barlog, the director, explaining all of it.
What we talk about was the idea that all the mythologies of the world are kind of like this Hubble telescope image. They are like galaxies individually spread out throughout a complete universe. And the world is the universe. And all the mythologies are sort of origin stories of various cultures throughout the world, beginning at the beginning of time and stretching all the way out. So at any given time, all the mythologies exist together concurrently, and they are simply separated by geography. So it's important because some people had the conception that, hey, Kratos at the end of God of War 3 destroyed the world. Well, he destroyed what they believed the world was in Greece, which was their world. Everybody believed their world was the only world. In fact, we still believe that today.
Are all of the realms... Okay, I guess the question is Midgard all of the Earth, or is it just that one area? Like, does a section of Midgard extend all the way to Greece? Is there a version of Asgard, which probably we weren't talking about yet, that also envelops the entire world? Basically, do the realms from Norse mythology expand beyond Norse mythology, is the question.
Midgard is Earth. It's,
all of Earth.
You know, it's all of Earth or whatever. But like the people who are involved in Norse mythology, who worship those gods and whatever, are in this section of Earth, and to them, you know, Midgard is to them what to the Greeks, whatever they like, Gaia or the Earth or whatever was to them. You know, it's just Earth to me. I didn't think of them when I was writing anything as completely separate places.
Yeah. So
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
But
Kratos got on a boat and went north, and he found himself in this land that people happen to call Midgard.
Now that we got that out of the way, let me show you the proof that giants left Norse and are scattered most likely all around the globe, including Greece. In God of War Ascension, which timeline-wise is the first game in the series, Kratos travels on a boat with one of the Oath Keepers. There you can actually find a giant. What the fuck is that? The Harbor of Kira, captured from the bloodthirsty Isle. This tame giant guides waiting vessels into... Oh shit, it's a giant. Did you come from Norse mythology? Are you from Norse? Imagine he's from Norse. Very small detail, but there's a reason why the game called this thing a giant and not a titan or a monster or an enemy name or anything like that. They specifically said a giant. It seems that this giant left Norse and traveled to Greece, where he ended up being captured and now works for these mortals and the Oath Keepers. But why did this giant leave? Maybe because that's when the tyranny in Norse started with Thor and his hammer. The giants were always treated poorly. Like in our real world, people escape or defect from their countries or kingdoms in this state because of living conditions. Which is why I'm saying the giants in Midgard are not dead. They live all over the world. They all didn't flee to Jotunheim. They just left their kingdom, their section of the world, and went to others. To Egyptian mythology, to Greek mythology, to Mayan mythology. They stayed away, but not forever. They will return to Norse. They will fight. And here is how I know that as well. Going to the end of the game, Atreus looks at the wall and translates what the giants say on the wall. Take a listen to what they say.
We foresee Midgard's fate, overrun a second hell. Neither Odin nor his dead may reach Jotunheim. The ways must be shut. The serpent and the guardian remained. They alone shall keep our hope. When doom befalls the indestructible, only then shall the guardian return.
Maybe the guardian has returned, and the signal was Faye's ashes being spread across Jotunheim. Now her ashes are not normal. The glow, perhaps, is a signal to the giants around the world that they felt it. The guardian has finally returned. Whether it be Faye being reborn or Faye's ashes, because she is the guardian of the giants. Maybe it's when Atreus finished his journey and spread her ashes. Maybe Atreus is the guardian now. Either way, thanks to Loki, son of Laufey, the giants who defended her people, the signal was sent to the giants taking refuge around the globe, letting them know it's time to come back home. It's time to fight for where you live. From those living in Egyptian mythology, Mayan mythology, the few remaining in Norse, and of course that giant serving the mortals in God of War Ascension in Greece, to come back home and fight for their homeworld, to fight for their race, to fight in Ragnarok. Anyways, there's going to be a part 2 and a part 3. Part 2 is me going very much in depth into the giants' plans overall, and after that I have one more video planned. But what did you guys think about this theory that there are giants living all around the world waiting for Ragnarok to happen so they can come back and they can defeat the gods? Remember, in real Norse mythology, all of the gods lose to the giants and vice versa. They all pretty much go together. But again, let me know your thoughts. I'm gonna be out of here. Thank you guys for listening. Deuces.